Hey guys, it's me Jessica, and today I'm going to be doing my October book haul. I'm sorry this is like a day late, but I've been a little stressed out. Halloween, school, work, stuff like that. But I now have time to film, and and I have so many books to show you, and I actually have also a box. So this is going to be a haul slash unboxing. So let's do it. Okay. The first two books I'm going to show you guys are actually mangas, and it completes a series that I have, and it was actually the first manga series that I ever started reading. I watched a lot of anime, but this was kind of my first manga series, and it's Fruits Baskets, and it's copy number 8. It's 8 and 18 because these are the two that I don't have, but I now have them, and I can complete my collection of them. So yay. So next I have a book that's a classic. I've decided that I'm going to start accumulating classics that I'm interested in for when I do my month of classics. So I have War of the Worlds, and this is by H.G. Wells, and there's one really sad part about this book, and that is this. I didn't do this, I bought it like this, but didn't know it, so I'm going to tape it back. I'm going to tape it, because that's the only thing I can do is just tape it. And it'll be fine. It'll add character to the book. Next, I have a book that I've actually been looking for years, and I found it at this used bookstore, and I just had to buy it, and that's Thief's Convent, and this is by Ari Marmel. I had seen the second book in this series in Washington State at a bookstore at Barnes & Noble, and I absolutely love the cover. I just love the black and the whites and the grays. I love how the background is white, and I love this cover so much. I love simplistic but yet beautiful covers, and I am very excited to read this. It's very short, so I should probably get through this book pretty quickly when I start reading it, when I decide to start reading it. Next, I have a book that I had to buy because it was $3, and it's a hard copy, and that's Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I have not read Red Rising yet by Pierce Brown, but I feel like I'm gonna like this book. I mean, it takes place on Mars, it's about a revolution, there's a kid, blah, 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 but I just had to get Golden Sun because it was $3. So I got it, and it's gorgeous. I can't wait to read it. I'm going to be reading Red Rising really soon. That's something I'm going to be doing. Next, I have Fiendish, and this is by Brenna Yobach. I have wanted this book for a little while. I was in a stage after I read the Mara Dyer trilogy where all I wanted to do was read creepy books, and I found this book on Goodreads, and I have been looking for it for a while, and I saw it at the used bookstore, and I was like, come on, I'm gonna be getting this book. So I got it, and maybe next October around Halloween I'll read it and see how creepy it is. As far as I know, it's about a girl. She was stuck in the attic of this house, and she was trapped by willow roots, and she finally escapes, and she wants to figure out who did that to her. So that's what the book is about, and I am very excited to read it and actually get to see what it's about. Next, I have a book that I saw at Barnes & Noble. I took a picture of it and then read the synopsis on Goodreads, and I picked it up because I love the cover. Yes, I do judge books by the cover, but this book is Daughters of Ruin, and it's by Katie Cassiner. And I love this cover. I don't know why her skin is gray, but I still love it. And it's actually a pretty short book, so get through it pretty quickly, see what it's about. I'm excited to see it. So yeah. Next is a book I saw at the library at my school when I was a senior, and I was really interested in it, and so when I saw it at the used bookstore, I had to buy it. I had to get it. It's not the cover that I would like, it's not the hardcover that's actually gorgeous, but it is still the book, and it's Runemark, and this is by Joanne Harris, and it's a fantasy book, as you can tell by the goblin that's right there, but it's obviously about a girl who is a rune maker or something of that. I'm pretty sure that's what it's about, but I'm excited to read it. I love fantasies, so I'm excited to read it. Next, I have a book that it came out like a year ago, and I just had to have it, and I never got it because I didn't know if I actually wanted to spend my money on this book. And the second book is already out, but it's The Zodiac Legacy, and this is Convergence, and this is by Stan Lee, Stuart Moore, and Andy Tong. I wanted to get this because Stan Lee, and also it's Chinese zodiac, and I am very fascinated with like Chinese zodiac as well as the astronomical zodiac as well, like Aries and Sagittarius, as you guys know from my zodiac tag that I did. But this one is the tiger. If you can see the little glimmer here, there's a tiger, and I'm so excited to read this. And I love it naked as well. It's beautiful when it's naked. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. So I'm excited. I got a lot of pretty good books at this used bookstore, so yes. Next, I have a book that the title literally feels like my life. I read this title when I was on Book Outlet, and then I read the synopsis, and I was like, this book seems interesting, maybe I'll read it. And I found it at the same used bookstore, and it's Symptoms of My Insanity, and this is by Mindy Roth, and Symptoms of My Insanity that feels like my life. And it's a contemporary. As you guys know, I don't read a lot of contemporary, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it anyway, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens. So, as you guys know, I decided that I'm gonna start collecting some classics for my month of classics, which I have kind of decided on the month, and I'll let you guys know later on. But I have Toward Zero by Agatha Christie. I love this cover, and I just love the texture of it. It's slightly grainy, but I like it. I like it anyway. So, yep, more Agatha Christie. Apparently, it's part of the Queen of Mysteries personal favorites of the books she's written. It's right there. It's about tennis, if you couldn't tell by the cover. I'm excited to read it. I'm very excited to read some Agatha Christie. I'm excited. Next, I have a play, and I have Amadeus, and it's a play by Peter Schaffer, and I love this cover. It seems very mysterious. It seems like Phantom of the Opera type thing. I read a little bit of the like footnote type thing. I think it's called the preface in here. Yeah, it's called the preface. So I've read a little bit of it just to see what it was about, and I'm interested in reading it. So it's a play, so it'll be pretty quick to read. And I'm excited. Next, I have a book that someone in my English class my senior year read, and I've decided that maybe I want to read it too, and that's Catch 22 by Joseph Heller. And I know the whole premise of this book because I had to hear him give a presentation on this book. So yeah, but one thing I didn't know is that it's supposed to be hilarious, and I'm gonna read it and find out. I'm actually kind of excited to read it. Okay, so this next book, yes, I am so happy about this book. I am currently reading this book, and it's helping me out of the slump that I was slowly falling into, thanks to Sarah J. Maas, because I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and afterwards I didn't know what to do with myself. But now I have this book, and I'm currently loving it, and it's Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, a signed edition by both of the authors this time. I'm reading this book now. I am on page 123 already. I started this book like 2 days ago, so I'm very excited. I am loving it so much. Yeah, so just wait for another book talk about me just talking about how much I love this series so much. Next, I have a book that I started reading, but I was getting into a slump and I had to put down, but I will pick it back up. I will pick this book back up, and that's Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. Love this book so far. I love where it's going. I didn't have any time to read it, and I wasn't making time to read it, so I just knew that I really need to put it down for a hot second. And you know, after Gemina, I might pick it up, or I might read another book that I know is in this box over here, and then I'll pick up Crooked Kingdom. But Crooked Kingdom, I bought it. I love it. this much through. I got to page 166, so I got pretty far, and I just had to stop. I'm sorry, but I did. Next is a book that I have not read the first book to. It's a sequel, and I have not read this book yet, but it's Magnus Chase, the Gods of Asgard, and The Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan. The second book in the Magnus Chase series, and I have yet to read the first one, but I will read both of these books. I'm reading both of these books for Christmas break. That's something that I have a goal to do. I love this cover. I think I love this cover more than I love the Sword of Summer. I love the yellows and the blues and the green. I love it. So yeah. Next is my last book, and that is the Hamilton book, Hamilton the Revolution by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Jeremy Carter. Jeremy McCarter. I'm sorry. So yes, this book is all about Hamilton the musical and how it was created, what happened, going through making the musical and performing it and things like that. And I've started reading it, and it's awesome. I love it. I love just the way it is, the pictures and the writing, everything. It goes through the lyrics. See, it goes through the lyrics, and it has notes by Lynn, and I love it. I love it. So yeah, there you go. And now it's time for the unboxing part of this video. Ooh. So I got some books at Book Outlet, and I've been waiting a long time for these books to come, and now they have. And so I'm going to open them for you guys. So I'm going to move this camera back a little bit. Get to see a little bit more of my room. But here we go. I've got my trusty scissors, and I'm gonna open this baby up. Let's do this. I bought 5 books, so there should be 5 books in here. There better be 5 books in here. I'm so excited. Yes. Okay. I got it. Hey, there's a card. Okay. Like a brown stuff out. Alright, so the first book I got is Avalon, and this is by Mindy Arnett. I am just kind of in the mood for sci-fi, and I want more teen sci-fi. I want some more YA sci-fi, and so I found this book, and I've only ever found the second book in bookstores, and now I have it. I have the first book now. So yeah. Woo-hoo! Next book is Skulduggery Pleasant, Armageddon Out of Here. It's all of the short stories that he's written. It's all of the short stories for Skulduggery Pleasant, I believe it is. Yeah, I think it's all the short stories. And I am just so excited to read this. Oh my gosh. Yes! Armageddon Out of Here by Derek Landy. Skulduggery Pleasant. Oh my gosh, at Skulduggery Pleasant, the first 3 books are getting new covers, and they're absolutely gorgeous. They are fantastic covers. Yes. So the next book I have is a book that I am reading with a couple of my friends in my book club, and what we're reading is The Conspiracy of Us, and this is by Maggie Hall. So I got this, and now I'm going to read it, and I'm going to read it with them, and it's beautiful. And I'm interested to see what this book is about. An ancient puzzle, a trail of clues, an unwanted destiny. Yeah, so, you guys, if you're watching this on the book club, I got it. I got the book. Next, I've got Beastly Bones, the second book in the Jacoby, I think it's a trilogy, so the Jacoby trilogy, and this is by William Ritter. I got it, you guys, I got it. And I got it in hard copy, too. Actually, lately, I've been seeing a lot of copies of hard copies of Jacoby's at, like, thrift stores and used bookstores, and I'm like, I already have this book, and I bought it full price. What am I gonna do in my life? But now I have Beastly Bones. I love the color of this book. Finally, last but certainly not least, you guys, Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I got it, you guys. I got it, and I have Empire of Storm, so I can just read this and then go right into it. And I'm just, I got it. Yes, and it looks in pretty good condition. I'm so happy, so happy. Yes. So I got it, you guys. So that is all of the books I got. That was all of them. Box done. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna attempt to carry all these books. There are way too many, but I am so happy right now. Getting books is a lot of fun. So that is my haul. If you guys get any books in the month of October and you want to tell me about them, make a comment and I'll respond to it and I'll like it and I'll read it because I love getting comments. I love getting comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also make sure to subscribe to get notified when I do a review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys are also having a fantastic day. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.